your boy here, Wesley, grateful recovering addict, journey towards recovery. It's good. It's always good to be on with you guys, with my family, my journey towards recovery family. Um, just want to talk to you guys today about a couple things on my heart and on my mind, and in my soul. I lost a good female friend of mine in addiction, um, and it seems like right now this addiction epidemic is almost worse than COVID-19. I've lost some friends lately, to overdoses, to being hospitalized, to murdered. You know, my last friend Samantha was murdered. I don't understand what's going on in this world right now. Why people have to take the lives of innocent people. You know, Samantha she couldn't hurt a fly. You know, we used to call her Bunny, and because she was like a little bunny, a little, harmless. It's really sad that how in one way or another, addiction will take you out. Um, when you're on drugs, when you're out there in the streets, when you're in territories unknown, when you're in waters unknown, when you're out there and playing in the devil's playground, it's not a joke, guys. Let me tell you something. I'm tired of losing friends. I'm tired of losing people that I once cared about, what I still care about. But, once I left the scene, with my addiction, once I stopped with my addiction, I had to cut some people off. And the sad thing about it was that they were still in addiction. And you can lead someone to the water, but you can't make them drink. You can change your life, but you can't make other people change their lives. That's the sad part about it. I wish, like, when I came and got sober, that I could have brought a lot of people with me, you know? And one of the reasons why I do this show, Journey Towards Recovery, is that some of those people I wanted to sit back and listen and hear me and hear my voice and see the changes that I've made, and how possible it is that we don't need addiction in our life. We don't need to be out in the streets. We don't need to be selling our body for a stupid piece of drug. There's so much power in the universe, guys. There's so much power in this thing, that thing I did. That's called the tongue. The tongue. The tongue has a power of life and death. When we put things into the universe, with this tongue, it sets the stage. Speak life. We have to speak life into our existence. We have to speak power into our existence. We have to speak power into the mind. We have to speak power into our heart. We have to speak power into our body and in our soul, so that we can claim it. Um, while I used to say that, oh, I want to get high, I want this, I want to party, let's party, let's do this. You know what? Now I say the opposite. And and there comes an intensity in your life when you feel powerful, when you feel all powerful, when you feel like you can do things. It doesn't mean that you can. It means that, that's saying that you can do anything you want to do. But it doesn't mean that you are all powerful. It means that you feel strong. And the strength inside of you is what you use to get yourself back on your feet, to get life back again. You know, when you lose someone to addiction, or when you're losing someone to addiction, and that drug starts to take over, and it takes over, it makes them just everything they think about is that drug. That's the saddest part of life. That's the time when you have to realize, and you say, you know what, I'm bigger than this. I can do this. I'm not going to let this piece of rock or this piece of powder, this pill, control me anymore. Throw it away. Throw it away. Claim yourself. Claim life. Claim power back into yourself. Put the power back inside here. This mind is so powerful. We make planes fly. We make cars move. We make the remote control that controls things. I really miss some of the people that I've lost. And the thing is, I feel like, with Sam, I felt like I could have saved her, you know. I saw her pass on the street like a couple months ago, and I was like, wow, look at my homegirl. And she was just so down and out, and I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop, but I was scared for myself. I was scared for my addiction, you know, the certain triggers, you know. I really wish I would have stopped. I can't change anything. That's what's destined to be, but I really wish I would have had a chance to say, I really wish I would have had a chance to say, hey, you know, how you doing? I see, you know, things are a little rough, whatnot. And, you know, maybe those words, maybe comforting words might have eased her up or something, but, you know, I'm not going to take responsibility for feeling guilty or feeling bad or feeling wrong, or, you know, but I just want to say that, you know, that she will be in Angel's Corner, and she will be missed and loved by a lot of people. So will my friend Scotty. Miss you crazy, homie. And I also want to send a special shout out to Noah, Lisa's son, who's going through a lot of stuff right now. He's going through a lot. And, you know, Noah, you got your family out there that loves you, buddy. You know, hang in there, stick in there, bro. It's not the end of the world. You know, it's the beginning of life. Once you stop this addiction, once you stop this drug, it's the beginning of life for you. Life just begins. Grasp it, grab hold onto it, and take charge, man. You've got the ingredients around you. You've got people that love you. And that's for anyone out there. That also goes for anyone out there that feels like they don't have anyone that cares about them, that no one cares about them, that they're all in this all alone. They're not. All you got to do is go to a meeting. Stop for one night. Stop. Just try and stop for one night and go to a meeting. Go and talk to someone that's going through it, that's been through it, you know, that knows about addiction. And I guarantee you, some things will open up for you. And then try it again the next day. And then the next day after that. And then the next day. And before you know it, you'll be sober. You would have been sober for days. And then weeks. And then months. And then years. You know. But I want to send a special shout out to all my friends, my brothers, my sisters that are in addiction. You know, the miracle will happen. You've got to let it happen though. And just take it one day at a time. You know, take it one day at a time. And just realize that there's a higher power above that cares about you, that doesn't want negative things for you. It doesn't. It wants you to have a great life and be a conqueror, be a commander, be a chief, be a general. No matter what race you are, we're kings and we are queens. And that's what we're meant to be. Not servants, not servants to a drug. So guys, my name is Wesley. I'm a grateful recovering addict. Peace, love, sobriety. I'm out.
So I guess looking back, I was 19 years old when I got my first DUI, and back in those days there was no seatbelt laws, there was no really insurance laws to speak of. But I hit a parked car at unknown speed, and I ended up in intensive care, and I was blackout drunk. I mean, I don't even remember. I remember leaving the parking lot at the bar that we used fake IDs to get into. And I knew I was pretty trashed when, I was trashed, knowing that I couldn't leave the parking lot at the bar. But it brings back a quick memory of when I was in the bar, and I was playing pool, and I couldn't hit the cue ball. I mean, I was like literally just bouncing the stick off the top of the table, and I knew I had to go home. So I hopped in my car and made a decision. I'm going home. I'm going to go to sleep. This is like too much. I was way too drunk. And like I said, I ended up in intensive care. Totaled my truck. Spent a day in there, full x-rays, tore up my head. Was lucky to be alive. I hit a parked car, and that should have been a warning sign for me, but it wasn't. I went to jail for like 10 days. 4 months later, the police caught up with me, did an ID check, and I had a warrant for my arrest. And so off to jail I went, 10 days. Had a bunch of fines. They were taken care of by the time that I did in jail. And then, but I had to go to AA classes. Imagine that. But back then, you had to pay for the AA classes, and you had to get there, and they weren't close to me. So I decided at that point that I needed a big change in my life, and drugs wasn't getting me there. Did a lot of dealing too. I was dealing cocaine. I was doing a lot of weed, and so I had a lot of money on me, and I was kind of popular in the area I was at. So once I got out of jail and stuff, I was pretty much homeless. That was some pretty bad times for me. Anyways, that's the first part of my story. I'll probably revert back to it a couple of times as we continue on with this journey towards recovery video. But like, share, subscribe, and y'all be good out there. Peace.
Sinking, I'm sinking fast in your eyes. The memories dance, waking up this heart of mine, this crazy love. It's you.
Hey guys, it's your boy here, Wesley, grateful recovering addict. Journey towards recovery needs you to like, share, subscribe, leave some comments, ring the bell. One addict change is one addict worth it. Peace, love, sobriety, guys. I'm out.